Hey everyone, welcome back for another tutorial video on how to use your Chromebooks. So last time we talked about how we actually get started with our Chromebooks and some of the differences between the iPad and the Chromebook. So I'm briefly going to touch upon it again. So once again, on the lower left corner, there's this thing called the app launcher or just the launcher. If you click on it, it will show you the most commonly used apps that you can launch. And if you see this little up arrow, if one of them is not on there, you could certainly click on it and you can see all the other apps that we talked about. Now, if eventually you get more apps and you don't see them here, you can search for them. For example, let's say you had the calculator app. You could just start typing CALC and then it'll find calculator. But that will be something that we can tackle later. So what I want to do today is show you how would you go about going into Google Docs and Google Slides. So far, you have seen them by going into Google Classroom. And if you were assigned something to do in Google Docs or Google Slides, you basically just clicked or tapped on it. So what I'm going to do is first show you kind of like the old way, which is doing it. That's how I just described it. And to do that, we would need to go into Google Classroom. Once again, you need to go into a Chrome browser. And hopefully you all remember this thing called the waffle, because the waffle will allow you to basically access any of the apps, but we are going to go to Google Classroom. Okay. So let's just say I wanted to access one of my assignments, which had to do with doing some sort of Google slide. So if I go into one of the classes, under classwork, choose technology, I will see one of the assignments here, and I will see that if I click on it, my work, which on the iPad was at the bottom and we'd have to hit that gray arrow, it's actually here on the right, okay? And it basically shows me my work. If I click on that, I will see that Google Slides is launched and my Peter Parker slideshow appears. And here's where I can, make some changes. Let's just say I wanted to call this, topic, my favorite animal. I click backspace and just type in animal. Now, if you become a fast typer, then doing work on Google Slides and Google Docs is going to be much faster and much more efficient than doing it on paper. Okay, so let's just say I went through my whole slideshow. I finished everything. I did all the instructions, which was, centering, choosing a theme, and all that good stuff. And now I'm ready to turn in. Well, all I have to do is come here and hit this black turn in button. It's going to ask you for confirmation, turn in your work. And I'm going to say, yep, that looks right. I'm going to hit turn in. And this is how we turn in our work. Okay. Now, if at any point in time you forgot to do something, or one of the coaches say, hey, you need to unsubmit your work and make some changes, because you'll notice right here, you can't make any changes. If I try to click on it, it's going to tell me it's view only, which means that if I try to do anything, I can't make any changes. So what I would do then is go back to my unsubmit, click on it. It's going to say unsubmit to add or change attachments. Don't forget to resubmit once you're done. So I'm going to hit unsubmit. Now I can go in here and I can click on my favorite animal and make a change a video slideshow about puppies. Okay. So now if I go back, I can go ahead and hit turn in. So I'm going to hit turn in now. And this time it has my changes. Okay. So that's about it for now.